Welcome to episode 1 of the Fallen Scion. So today we're going to be starting the campaign. If you watched the last video, session 0, we've actually gone over a lot of the character development as for who the characters are going to be, the locations, and kind of an overview of what the story's going to be, or what we'll find out what the story's going to be. So if you haven't, I suggest to pause this video and go watch that other episode and then come back. So today, as you can see on my screen, I have Stargazer, which is a free app online. I'll put the link to that in the description if you want to use it yourself. And we're going to be starting off today. So before we actually get into the story part, let's kind of go over some of the background information that I have. So first of all, under my factions, I have the Crimson Federation. They are Dominion type. They have a dynastic lineage, notable. Their sphere of influence is exploration, warfare, and conquest. So their whole project is to prevent a prophecy, broaden their scope of the faction to include a new focus. They hold contempt for somebody in particular. Don't know, we'll find out. They are elite soldiers and provide defense or serve as bodyguards. So because of that, I'm seeing them as being like mercenaries for hire, like bodyguards for hire kind of thing. And they're corrupted by a dangerous power. So there's somebody in charge of them that is, well, they're corrupt. So let's go on from there. The next one I have is Sapphire Union. And the Sapphire Union is a fringe group. They're mostly scavengers. They're localized to a small area. They establish a safe refuge or headquarters. They tolerate most people, reliant on machine intelligence. They have a lot of AI that they work with. They're vulnerable to attack or aggression. They're not fighters. They're actually craftsmen, tradesmen. So I'm envisioning them kind of like a blue collar union. So they have pipe fitters, metal workers, salvage, and I think Dex is trying to kind of get in with them, but hasn't essentially proven his chops yet to be inducted into them. So that might be something to look into the future. And down here we have our Cataclysm, we have our Exodus, our communities, iron, laws, religion, magic, communication data, medicine, artificial intelligence, war, life forms, precursors, and horrors, which is really cool because you can either just press the dice here to randomly roll one, or you can pick one from a drop down menu, or you can put in your own. You can write your own. I love this site. It's really cool. We have our paths. We have our starship, our scavenger, gearhead, and utility bot here. We also have our edge, heart, iron, shadow, wits, and our supplies are already at 555. Our momentum is at 2. We have our legacy tracks for our quests, our bonds, and our discoveries. Challenges. Okay, so my main challenge here, I have an epic challenge to regain my rightful place at the head of my house and home. So in session 0, we kind of talked how he's a fallen Scion, so he was ousted from his house. And he's trying to regain his favor, or trying to regain his position. So at some point, he's gonna kick the person out who's currently at the head of his house. And well, yeah, we'll see how that goes. So we have different progress. We have clocks, all sorts of cool stuff. Our sector. This is our sector. We have the Inferno, and on Inferno, we have the Burrow, the Glimmer, and his one contact, Fletcher Slater. Fletcher Slater, let me see if I can see if I have actually a pull up real quick. I'm looking for my pictures here. 1 second. Here we go. This right here is a picture of Fletcher Slater. He is a member of the Sapphire Union, and he's Dex's main point of contact for contracts. He's kind of like a broker, and is also eyeing Dex to be kind of like a sponsee, so he's going to sponsor him. And the way that I'm envisioning the Sapphire Guild is they need at least like 2 or 3 people to sponsor you in order to induct you into the guild or the union. All right, so there's that guy. Okay, so we have that, and then we have the Astra, and then we also have, this is, I think, yeah, this is just a ship for our mission later on, kind of thing. So yeah, let's get started. So, starting off, I'm going to say that we are taking place on his ship, the Relentless. And he's probably going through some minor repairs on his ship. And he has his buddy Badger, you know, his companion bot, who's helping him work on the ship. And he's probably just doing some minor repairs to the ship, you know, keeping himself busy, you know, maintenance, preventive maintenance and things like that. And I think he's asking for Badger to grab him a tool or something like that, because Badger has, because he's a utility bot, he's kind of like a Swiss Army knife of droids. He has like a bunch of different tools on him, and he can do all sorts of different things. So he's pretty much asking Badger, "Hey, Badge, can you grab me something? I need to, I need a screwdriver or something like that, you know." And he's probably like, "Affirmative." And he comes over and gives it to him, and he's having Badger to like get out of the way because he doesn't want him to like wreck something or whatever. And I think Badger is not exactly the most graceful of bots, so he ends up like maybe pushing something over, and causes a little bit of ire from Dex. Like, why? Now you're gonna make me like fix that thing now? Like, really? You're making more work for me. I think at that point there's a comm that is gonna start ringing, like the ship comm, and the ship comm is gonna be like a buzzing, beeping sound. You know, it comes over the intercom, and of course Dex is now going to have to stop what he's doing, put his tools down, and he's going to head over to his bridge on his ship. And I envision the ship not to be like really big, so it's not like he's having to like walk the entire deck of like a Star Destroyer or something like that. You know, it's a much smaller, personal sized craft that's enough to do work in like a little bay, you know, workshop area. So he has like a vehicle or two in there. Probably has like a berthing room, so he has his room, board, you know, kitchen, things that could be also secured while he's in transit and in flight. He can get that set up. And then he's also heading over to the radio comms area to pick it up. And he goes, "Yep, it's Dex. Who is this?" And I think there's a kind of a gruffer voice over the end, and that would be Fletcher. You know, Fletcher is like, Dex, hey, are you still in the system?" And I kind of envision him having almost like a heavier, like kind of like almost like British type accent. You know, not that I can really do one, but kind of hear him as being like more a sophisticated background. And Dex is like, yeah, I'm actually still here on Inferno. I haven't taken off yet. I'm having some issue with one of my drives on my ship. So depending on parts, if I can find a spare part or something like that, I might be here for another day or two. And I think Fletch is like, you know what? That's actually perfect. I got a, if you're interested, I got a job for you. It's kind of a time sensitive job, and it needs some work. It needs quite a bit of work, and it's a little dangerous. Dex is like, I'm intrigued. What is this work you speak of? Like, what's going on? He goes, well, I don't really want to put it out over the waves in case other people are listening. Hint, hint. But just say it has to deal with the colony. You know, we need some help, and we're in some dire straits. Dex is like, all right, well, okay, well, let me see what I can do, and I'll make my way over to Glimmer, and we'll hash out some details. How's that? And I think that's sounds good, Dex. Sounds good. I'll see you when you get here. So I think we hangs up after that point, and then let me see. He doesn't have, as per his things, he has a gearhead, he's got scavenger, he's got his utility bot, and he's got a starship. So he doesn't have like a vehicle or anything like that just yet. So I don't think Glimmer doesn't exactly, it's not big enough to have like its own spaceport. So I envision that Dex is parked essentially on the outskirts of town, so he's gonna have to essentially trek it on foot to go in, kind of thing. And I think it's gonna be an easy trek, but I think I'm gonna make a roll for it, only because of the situation that Inferno is, because of the danger that's out there, the heat, the caustic, and all that good stuff. So I think I'm gonna roll iron, and yeah, we're gonna roll the attribute. So let's see what we got here. So we're gonna go boom, weak hit. Okay, so he makes it to town on a-okay, though on a weak hit. That means let me see, a weak hit here. Okay, so after thinking about it, I think with a weak hit that he makes it to town, but he's going to lose a little bit of momentum, because I think it took him a little bit longer to get to Glimmer than he originally expected, due to maybe some minor setbacks, and maybe he had to do he had to walk around some dangerous areas, or maybe he saw creatures he didn't want to deal with. So it took him a little bit longer than he was expecting. So we're going to bring the momentum down to a 1 at the moment. All right, so he gets to Glimmer, and I think he goes to where Fletcher is. So yeah, he arrives to Glimmer, meets up with Fletcher, and Fletcher's like, "Oh, thankfully you made it. What took you so long?" And I think Dex is like, "Yeah, I was coming in, and I saw a pack of stalkers out in the wastes, and deciding I didn't want to tangle with them, so I kind of took the long route around." Okay, all right, yeah, that makes sense. And so I think they kind of BS for a little bit until Dex like, "All right, so let's get down to brass tacks. What's going on? What's the problem here? You know?" And I think Fletcher he's like, "Hey, you know, I gotta be honest with you. You know, we the town's in dire straits at the moment. Our oxygen purifiers that we have, well, they are past due for their maintenance, and we don't have the supplies to fix it. The filters are getting clogged up, and we're starting to suffer over here, and by the end of the week we won't have clean air to breathe. You know, it's going to be really bad." And I think Dex is going to be like, "Well, wasn't there like a supply ship that comes, you know, most of the time? Because I mean, it's usually pretty often that there's a ship that comes." And he goes, "Yep, that's the problem. That ship was scheduled to come in, but I think it had a malfunction and ended up crashing out in the wastes. So we haven't, we've tried to send an expectation out there, but we were woefully unprepared, and we didn't have the facilities to get it up and running and come back. But there is supplies for the generator on the ship, as long as the ship crashed, but hopefully that the cargo bay is intact, or at least mostly, and maybe we can help salvage some of the parts that are over there. And I think he's gonna ask him, like, oh, okay, well, he pulls out his map. So he pulls out his map, and we got Glimmer right here, and we got Barrow over here, and this is the this line is the kind of the preferred path that's been marked, and it's kind of an easy path. And I think he is essentially parked outside here with his ship, so it's a bit of a ways for him. Now the updated map that he gives them, this is where the crashed ship is. The crashed ship is way over here. So as you can see, it's definitely outside of the normal lane. So he's gonna have to make an expedition over there to find the parts and whatnot. And Dex is like, well, oh boy, that is definitely that's out there. That's for sure. He's like, I can do it, but it's gonna cost you, kind of thing. And I think he's gonna try to secure an advantage, or he's gonna compel. Let me see. So because he is on very friendly terms with Fletcher, he is not going to try to threaten or incite him, because again, he's trying to get in with the Blue Sapphire Guild or the Union. So he doesn't want to like threaten them or anything like that, and he's not the type to lie or be deceitful. So because of that, I'm not going to use Shadow, and I'm not going to use Iron, because Iron is going to be used for like intimidation. So I think he's going to have to like use some Charm, Pacify, Encourage. So he's going to use Heart, which is, I'm at a 2 on. So, and let's see what we can do here. Oh, that's a miss. Okay, so that means on a miss, they refuse to make a demand that costs you greatly. Pay the price. Alright, so let's see what the price is. So I have the cards right here, so I'm going to, actually, you know what? I think I have the oracles up here. Oh, is it oracle? Let me see. Core, planet, summon, character, faction, location, miscellaneous. Okay, it's not on that one. I think it's a move. Yeah, it's a move. So pay the price. Let's see what we got. Finish the scene, face danger, pay the price. Here we go. Okay, so we're gonna roll pay the price, and we're gonna go with whatever this is. You are harmed. Huh. Okay. So I'm thinking, in this aspect, I don't think that he's gonna like stab me or shoot me or something like that, but I think he's gonna like give me a slap upside the back of the head. Like, what do you think this is? Like, are you kidding me? You're not trying to gouge me for price on this. Like, this is for the colony. Like, you're gonna do some good for us. You know, like, you're trying to get in. If anything, this is gonna hurt your chances. You know, like, you best do this so I forget that you even asked, you know, for extra on top of what we're already going to give you. Come on, you know. So I think he's going to be like, all right, yeah, okay, that's my bad. Hey, I'm a bit short lately, so, you know, I can't help, you know, trying to do something here. You know, I'm trying to make some going on. So that I think that actually that might hurt his bond just a little bit, depending on how this plays out. We'll see. Let's see. Do we have bonds? No, it'll be all right. Okay, we'll be fine. Okay, so yeah, he was like, you know what? Tell you what. How about this? Maybe is there a way that you can lend me like a skiff or something? Because it is kind of some hard territory out there, and of course I won't be able to bring everything because my ship's down. I mean, I'll go out there, but I'm not going to be able to bring a bunch of stuff back on foot, you know. And I think Fletcher's looking at me like, yeah, I can help you out, but it's not going to be the best one. You know, it's kind of it's a loner. You know, I think it's going to be like the type of skiff that they use to deliver parts to like a ship or something like that. You know, it's not like brand new. It's kind of like the janky the loaner car out back kind of thing. So he's gonna let him use a skiff to get there, and he goes, all right, cool, okay, I'll try to get it back, you know, as soon as I possibly can. And so yeah, that's what he's gonna do. So I think with that, I think he's gonna leave Fletcher's. He's gonna get the keys to the skiff or whatever it is that, you know, push start or whatever, and I think he's gonna head back to his ship on the skiff. And let me see real quick. So yeah, I think he's with the skiff. It's gonna be a short, real short trip back to his ship real quick. And so I don't foresee needing to make a roll for that one, just because of how, you know, a skiff is just essentially hovering off the ground, zipping past real quick. And I think he's gonna get back to his ship, and he's gonna load up Badger and be like, hey, Badge, we got a job. Bring yourself, and let's get some supplies. We're gonna need probably a couple days worth of supplies, you know, food, fuel. Maybe it has like a respirator kind of thing, so might need a couple like cartridges to like switch out if he needs it. In his wrench, and I think he's gonna name his wrench. I'm gonna name it. Let's go with Sue. He's gonna name it Sue. Him and Sue. And that's just in case any uglies decide to pop their head up. He's gonna bop them. So yeah, he's got his sword, but he doesn't really use it for fighting because of kind of how janky it is. It's only really to make vows on. And you know what? Hold on a second. I got an idea. Okay, so he's gonna load up his supplies. He's going to lock up his ship, you know, make sure it's nice and secured and all that good stuff. And he's going to take the skiff and his gear. Now the skiff has like quite a bit of like cargo room, so you can fit several people on there. You can put all of your gear and have room for cargo. So it's going to be like he's got enough room. He's going to go back. He's going to grab his sword. He's going to go back to Fletcher's at Glimmer. It's probably literally like only a 15-minute skimmer ride versus like maybe a 45-minute walk to an hour. You know, like that's how quick this thing is. And he's gonna go back to Fletcher. He's gonna walk back in to Fletch, and he goes, "Hey, Fletch, I'll be with you. I'm gonna apologize. I'm gonna apologize for what I said earlier. That was just dumb of me. In fact, I'm gonna make it right." And Fletch is like, "Oh, how are you gonna do that? How are you gonna make it right? You know, kind of thing." He goes, "I'll swear a vow." And Fletch is like, "You gonna swear a vow on that?" He goes, "Yeah, I'm gonna swear a vow on that. He's gonna pull out his sword and he's gonna hold it and he's gonna be like, hey, by my right, by my iron and by my blade, I vow that I am going to go get these parts. And I'm gonna bring them back safely, and I'm going to make this right, you know, for the community. By this, I swear." And I think he's gonna like cut like a small part of his hand or something, you know, like real small, just so he's got like the tiniest amount of blood, so the blood mixes with the iron. And I think Fletch kind of formally recognizes and is like, I formally recognize your vow. I will hold you to it, kind of thing. And I think that is their formal, solemn, like response kind of thing when somebody swears a vow, that they are like, I officially recognize you and I officially recognize your vow and will hold you to it, kind of thing. So I think that will go to make some amends for the faux pas of asking for extra pay up front, kind of thing, when they don't really go that way. So here on the vow, I'm going to say, swear to return with the parts needed for repairs. And I think this is going to be maybe formable. I think it's going to be formable. Yeah, it's going to be a formable, because it's going to be a tough one for him. So we're going to start on the start an expedition. So he's going to leave. He's going to undertake an expedition. And he's going to, let's see, move at speed. He's going to roll edge, keep under the radar, roll shadow, stay vigilant. He's going to roll his wits. And so what we have, so for wits he has a 2, for iron he has 3, and heart he has 2. So we're going to use wits. He's going to stay vigilant while he's tracking. And this is the way that I'm envisioning this, is that there's going to be multiple waypoints. So let me see if I can pull up the map real quick. Here we go. So on his quest, like the first waypoint I think is going to be like right here, then the second waypoint, third waypoint, so forth, kind of thing, right? So he's going to try to make it the first one, and hopefully everything goes good. So when you trailblaze a route through perilous space, journey over hazardous terrain, which this is hazardous terrain, or survey a mysterious site, give the expedition a name and a rank. Then for each segment of the expedition, envision your approach if you, so forth, move at speed, stay under the radar, stay vigilant. On a strong hit, you reach a waypoint, envision the location, and mark progress per the rank of the expedition. On a weak hit, as above, but this progress costs you. Choose one. Suffer costs en route. Make a suffer move, -2. Or 2 suffer moves, -1. Face a peril at the waypoint. Envision what you encounter. On a miss, you are waylaid by a crisis, or arrive at a waypoint to confront an immediate hardship or threat. Do not mark progress and pay the price. Alright, so hopefully let's cross our hands for a strong hit. So we're going to use wits. Actually, scratch that. Because we're using a skiff, it says here, your unarmed flatbed hover vehicle carries several people, gear, cargo, over land or water. When you undertake an expedition or set course, you may rely on the skiff's simple durability and roll plus integrity. If you do, take +1 momentum on a hit. Okay, so my integrity is 4. So we're going to go to the adds here. I'm going to go 4, go to other, and we're going to roll that. So hopefully, crossing fingers, miss. Oh my god. Okay, so we're going to have to pay the price. This is not good. We've already got 2 misses in a row. Alright, let's go back to pay a price. Okay, let's clear those results. Roll, pay the price. A surprising development complicates your quest. Alright, so maybe the skiff has a bit of a malfunction, and he gets like maybe like half a mile out, and he was gunning it just maybe a little bit too hard or something, and the skiff ends up like ditching into the road, and he is waylaid. He has to do some repairs on this, so I'm gonna use Badger to see if he can help me maybe do some repairs. And I think with the repairs, that's going to set me back some supplies. So let me see. A companion utility bot companion has helpful tools at hand when you make a move by directing it to an access a system, cut through an obstacle, analyze a mechanical issue, or assemble or disassemble a device, roll its health, and take +1 momentum on a hit. On a strong hit with a match, it reveals an unexpected advantage or insight. Take another +1 momentum. Alright, so he has 4 as well. So let's use his thing here. Weak hit. Okay. So on a hit, we're going to take +1 momentum. But because of the pay of the price, I'm actually going to bring my supplies down by 1 and say that the utility bot has found a way to fix it. Let me see if there's a... Is there a move or Oracle? Let me see. Action mysterious. Let's go with the store complication. Story clue and combat action. No. Okay, so the vehicle is unstable / dangerous, so I think that will pull in some of the danger aspects for this journey. I think anytime that we now use a skiff, I think the durability has gone down from 4 to 3. I think that's a fair assessment for that. So we make it. Well, we gotta do the expedition. Well, I think we made it to the first waypoint, and that's when we found out that there was some damage, and we're trying to that we repaired it. I don't think we were able to restore the integrity, but I think we were able to fix the issue at least, so that way we can at least continue with the mission. So moving on from there, we're going to go back to the make an expedition or waypoint. Let me see here. Forge a bond, explore a waypoint. So I think we're at the waypoint. Do we want to divert from the expedition, or should we keep going? I think we should keep going. So we're going to go with wits, and we're going to go with a tribute. Oh my. This is the 3rd one in a row, man. This is a really hard... Oh, wait. We did make 1 progress. And that was formable. Okay. There we go. Okay, so, again, we're going to need to pay the price. Okay, let's clear this. Something of value is lost or destroyed. I'm going to say that's some more supply. That's got to be supplies. So maybe as we were going, something wasn't secured on the skiff, and maybe like some of the strap broke off, and like the wind caught it, and some of the supply went flying off. And unfortunately, because of where we were, whether it was super hazardous or like there was a chasm or a canyon or some type of like pit, our supplies went tumbling over the edge, and we weren't close enough to catch it, so we lost some of our supply. So yeah, that's a bummer. Okay, so I think he's gonna make it to the second waypoint by now, and I think there's. Let's take a look at the challenges. So we'll say. I'm going to say I'm actually going to change to a dangerous just because we need to get there at some point. Okay, so 2. So be what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? Yeah, okay, that sounds about right. So he just finished his second waypoint. So he's got another waypoint to go. Come on, give me a strong hit here. Oh, strong hit with a match. Awesome. All right, so I think not only that he takes momentum because he was using the skiff, and I think he actually he takes 2 because he got a strong hit on the expedition, and then he's using the skiff and got a strong hit. He takes momentum, so that's +2. So we're up to 4 momentum, and I think we make it to a waypoint, and at this waypoint, I think there's a interesting thing there. Let's see what is there. All right, so I envision I think there's some wreckage. I don't know if it's from the ship that we're going to, but there may be like another past wreckage ship, and I think there is maybe some parts on the ship that I can use to either replenish some supply, or maybe I might find a part to actually repair our skiff and to bring the integrity back up. So I'm going to use the oracle here, and I'm going to say it's a 50-50. No. So there is no extra supplies or parts for the skiff. So there's that. Now I wonder if there is any chance that I can repair while I'm here. No, because we already said that there wasn't any parts. So okay, well, I've already marked progress on that on a strong hit, and I think we got 1 more to go. So let's get going. We're going to use wits yet again, keeping vigilant. Got another strong hit. Wow, okay. That's great. Okay, so I'm going to mark another progress. Then we're almost there. Okay, cool. So again, let's see what we have here. See if there's something at this waypoint. I wonder if there's like more wreckage, or maybe there might be something interesting set aside. Okay, so we're going to explore this waypoint. Just because we're pretty close to where we're going, we're going to kind of keep our eyes out. So we're going to examine this area, and we're going to see if we find anything. Strong hit. Nice. Okay. On a strong hit, we choose 1. On a strong hit with a match, which we don't have a match, you can make a discovery. So we can either find an opportunity, envision a favorable insight, situation, resource, or encounter, then take +2 momentum, or gain progress, mark progress on your expedition per its rank. You know what? I think we're going to take the progress, which means we have now got there. So let's make a progress roll. We got a weak hit. Okay, so I think we found the ship, but we only found part of the ship. I think we found like half of the ship. So the other part of the ship may be around there, but but we were able to find it. So I think while we're here, I think we can maybe try to resupply what we have, so we can check our gear. Check your gear for a specific item or resource. No. Maybe we might be able to do... Let me see. Finish an expedition. 1 second. Let me read this and be right back. Okay. So, I figured out what we're going to do. So, once we got to the ship, we're going to look around that ship, or at least that part of the ship, for repairs, maybe a kit or something like that. And we're going to enlist Badger, who's riding on the skiff, to help us out. Maybe look for some repair packs or something like that. So we're going to try to do repair on the skiff, because we want to make sure that we bring it back in good working order. So we can make our own repairs or direct a companion to make the repairs. So that will be wits. Obtain repairs from someone else, not an ally, that's supply. We can also do... yeah, we'll make our own repairs. Okay, so... Oh, we got a miss. Alright, so we're going to pay the price. Of course. Alright, so let's go ahead and clear these results. Your equipment or vehicle malfunctions. Of course it does. This thing is a piece of junk. And I think because of that, we're going to lose momentum. Because that's going to set us back. And I think... yeah, I think we're just going to lose momentum on that one. Okay, so... let's look around. Let's actually explore this waypoint. For what we need. Let's explore the waypoint and see. Actually, you know what? No, let's finish the undertake the expedition. Let's finish the expedition to there, right? Because we found it, but we need to make sure that we find the parts that we need. So let me pause this. I'll read this. I'll be right back. Okay, so we're gonna make a progress roll on this, and this is to see if we secure. We're gonna secure the parts that we need. So I think that's gonna go with the progress check here. Strong hit with a match. Absolutely awesome. Okay. So this means that not only do we find all the parts, we found the right half of the ship that went down. We found the cargo half. So we found all the supplies that were supposed to be there. They're in good condition, serviceable, and they weren't damaged, and we have all the parts, and we're able to load them up on the skiff. And I think that just takes us a little bit of time. And I think it was all there because of the match. We didn't have to go elsewhere for other parts like that. So I think we were able to grab the entirety of the parts that we needed. And I think this is going to be a big... I'm going to bring this down to dangerous. So we're going to mark this. I'm going to say that's a good 2. Okay. So we're going to now make our way back with the skiff. Now here's the thing. We have the parts. We have all the parts for the city. Now the only obstacle that we really have is the skiff itself. So I think in the next time that is going to be the journey back home, and as if we're going to make it, and if not, what are we going to do? So like I said, until next time, we'll continue on episode 2. But for now, I want to thank you guys. If you guys got any feedback, if you guys got any suggestions, anything that can help improve. I mean, I'm still pretty new to the game, so I'm sure there's rules and things like that I'm messing up. I have resource guide, I got the cards, I got the main book, I got, you know, the Stargazer app all set up, and I'm sure there's other things that you know, I could use. But yeah, so far I'm enjoying it, and I hope you guys are too, and I hope to see you guys back next week. Alright guys, check you later. Until next time, I'm out.